What up? What up? I guess as you can see by the title. What up? What up, man? Welcome to I Game Around. Some niggas didn't like that name, but they can. Well, they can eat a dick. As you see by the title, I am now by myself. Judah Man is no longer a part of the podcast, and I'll explain all that in a second. But what I decided to do was go ahead and just play y'all. I mean, ain't that what y'all there for? If y'all my real fans and y'all want to play, right? All right. So since obviously this came as a sudden surprise, I'm going to go ahead and do a random team today. So let's go ahead and get it cracking. Don't want to waste y'all's time because I don't like wasting my time. So let's go. I think I'll serve the shit out of somebody with a Patriots. Let's do it one more time. Actually, you know what? Nah. I'm going to respect the rules. So anyway, yeah, like I said, Judah Man is no longer a part of this show. He went ahead and he decided to take an exit, and I respect it. You know, there's no beef, there's no bad blood, there's no kind of gossipy thing that I can say that it just happened. What is going on with this game? Why is it frozen? Okay, that was weird. All right, we're gonna take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back. Boop. All right, and we are back. So, like I was saying, Judah Man is no longer a part of this podcast. That's still my blood, still my light skinned nigga at the end of the day. There's no animosity, no troubles. There's no I'm a stat nigga when I see him, nothing like that. The only thing I will say about the situation is your boy will not get in the way of love. I will not. I will not get in the way of love. If you love somebody out there and you got to do certain things to provide that love for your other loved one, do it. And that's it. So, will he be welcome back on the podcast? I mean, if we make it to 100 episodes, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to go ahead and bring him back. You know what I'm saying? But until then, no, sir. Not at all. That's actually why I named this episode Me Against the World, because this tattoo that you can't see, and I'm not zooming in, so it's going to look like a whole bunch of scribble, but what it basically says is, with nothing to lose, it's just me against the world. And what that meant for me was, look, man, at the end of the day, no matter how many sisters, brothers, no matter how many moms, stepmoms, dad-in-laws, father-in-law, whatever you have, at the end of the day, it's on you to pursue your dreams. It's on you to do what you want to do in life. So what you got to do is get that power out of yourself, because sometimes you can't build a team. Sometimes nobody around you will see what you want to do with your life. So what you got to do is build that shit on your own. And that's pretty much what this episode is all about. The fuck? Wow, I can't believe I messed that up. So, all right, it's solid. So anyway, like I said, basically what happened was is I was working at a car dealership doing IT work, and like I didn't really like the job. I hated my coworker. Well, I hated my bosses, not my coworkers. My coworkers are cool as fuck, but I hated my bosses. And every day I had to go in there and I just, pretty much deal with their issues, deal with them not liking me for whatever reason it was that day. And then finally, I was looking for another job, and they found out about it, and they decided to let me go. So when they fired me, I had no, I had no help at all. I had nobody like, yo, I heard you got fired, man. Let me get you another job. I mean, that was more so based off the fact that nobody I know does IT. So you can't help nigga if you don't know his field at all. Like if you not in this field, you don't know anything about his field or anything like that, you can't help. So I was obviously listening to Tupac, and I was like, man, at the end of the day, man, we got to realize something is that I'm going to be my own success. I'm going to determine my own outcome. I'm going to determine my own destiny. And how I'm going to determine my own destiny is, man, do you have anything to lose? Like, do you have anything? At that time, I think I had my own place. I had my own little spot, but it wasn't like something that I was ready to, go get a menial job or go get a bullshit job for. So I ended up saying, you know what? I'm tired of Tampa anyway. So I moved to Miami, got a traveling job that I've talked about on this podcast before. And, the rest was history. I just started moving up and moving up and moving up. And, sometimes you get down when certain things don't go your way, when certain opportunities just, seem to disappear in your hands. You feel like you had a shot at doing this or you had a shot at doing that. But, I'm not even a religious person, but I truly believe like those are blessings in disguise. Like those are things that you needed that to happen. You needed that to happen so this next thing can happen, and you needed the next thing to happen so that final thing can happen. Like sometimes you got to go through that heartache, you got to go through that pain, you got to go through that struggle, just so you can make it to the other side, just so you can actually be grateful or be ready for the opportunities that come with that other side. And I feel like if you don't go through certain things, you'll never achieve as big as you can go. You know, like Jay-Z losing, and I don't know Jay-Z that well, but Jay-Z losing those 92 bricks. You know what I'm saying? If that's true, what if he would have had them? You know, we would never got the Jay that we know. Maybe we would have got the, you know, nigga in a little local paper saying that he was arrested with 92 bricks on him and he's going to jail for life. You know what I'm saying? So you never know what kind of opportunities you feel like you missed will provide a bigger opportunity for you. So you just got to keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep traveling. You got to keep going. You got to keep struggling. No matter how many people tell you no matter how many people don't want to work with you, no matter how many people tell you your dream is stupid, if you feel in your heart of hearts that that's your dream and that's what you want to accomplish, yo, go for it. Do it, because at the end of the day, they don't care about your life. I don't care who you're talking about. They don't care about your life because it's not theirs. Everybody is out for self-preservation. I don't give a fuck what you say. You could say, yo, I'm a humanitarian. I just want to see everybody survive. Let him go broke. Let him be in a situation where he ain't got no choice and he doesn't know what to do. 9 times out of 10, it will be self-preservation. So you got to realize that for yourself. And it's not no shots or anything like that. You know, oh, hold up. Wow. You let me score on y'all that fast and you did that whole little drive? And boy, I know you feel saucy. But yeah, you gotta make sure that you're straight. You gotta make sure that you're good and you're in your own space. And another thing that causes people to fail, give me a second. Another thing that causes people to fail is blaming other people for your problems. Like, you can't. Like, you don't have that mentality. If you're still constantly blaming Obama or not, I mean, you could, if you're white, I mean, you might be listening to this just out of nostalgic feeling or whatever. But if you're blaming Trump for your problems, or you're blaming your local senator or whoever, you know, you're just blaming your mom, your dad, your brother, your coworker, your boss, whoever you are blaming for your problems, you got to realize, you got to stop that, because you ain't going to grow. Until you realize that you are the one to put yourself in that situation, you are not going to prosper. You are not going to grow. You're not going to move on. Like I remember I was talking to this chick and she was telling me, oh, my man cheated on me and I used to let him ride around in my car and I used to give him money and he still cheated on me anyway. So, and I was like, well, you know, did you look at yourself? Oh, it's not my fault. You know, he's the one that did it. He was a dog. You know, I shouldn't be with somebody like that. And he should have been honest. Like, no, don't depend on somebody else to be honest. That's just one of the dumbest things you could ever do, is depend on somebody else to be truthful to you. You got to depend on yourself. Like, you got to look at yourself in that situation and be like, well, what did I do wrong? You know what I'm saying? Did I not see the signs? Was I blind to the signs of him? I know he was a dog and I just liked him so much, or, you know, he had a nice body, no homo, whatever. You know, you got to figure out what in that situation caused you to think in that manner. Oh, you got that? Yeah. I think it's going to be a high scoring game, fellas. But I mean, it's it's another thing. Like, you can't blame people for their actions. Like, for example, if I leave $100 on the counter, right? And my boy comes over and the $100 magically disappears, right? You know, I don't know who took it. You know, I know he took it because I live by myself and he was the only person here and he took it. And if I confront him, I'm like, yo, you took my $100? If he's like, no, what am I supposed to say? I'm just stuck. Excuse me. And then the next day I leave $20, or the next week or whatever, I leave $20. He comes back over. Those $20 are missing again. Who's going to be to blame in that situation? Me for leaving my money out in my own apartment, or him for taking the money in my own apartment? It's me, because I need to start leaving. If I know you're a thief and I know you're going to lie, A, I need to start talking to you anyway. But B, you know what I'm saying? I gotta stop leaving money out because I don't trust you, you know? And you just got to realize that there's just certain things about your life that you have control of. You may feel like you don't have control of it because, you know, you see somebody and you just think that they should be the most upstanding person and they should have your back, they should have your best interests at heart, and et cetera, et cetera. But at the end of the day, they don't. Only you will have your best interests at heart. And I think that's what some people get misconstrued nowadays, is they feel like somebody else has to do something for me. You know, I got to look to God to provide. No, look to yourself, man. Look to that person in the mirror to provide for you, because at the end of the day, that's the only person you can depend on. It's the only person you know is going to be there at the end of the day. You know, not your mom, not your family, not your boyfriend, girlfriend. Nobody will be there for you at the end of the day besides yourself, besides that person that you wake up with every single day of your life. That person that's in the mirror staring back at you with your crusty ass lips, you know what I'm saying, messed up teeth, you know, your breath stank, you know, all that. That's the person that's going to be with you day in and day out. So until you start depending on that person 100%, yo, you will always fail. Wow, really? Wow, he ain't from. That's crazy. Um, and another thing is, what do you do when somebody lets you down? Like, let's say you got a girlfriend or something like that, and y'all have been together for a minute, and she doesn't come through with something that she said she was gonna come through with, or she cheats on her best friend, or cheats on you with your best friend, something like that. What do? You gotta move on, man. I say you give yourself like 2 weeks, mope around, listen to some End of the Road, listen to some, Can You Stand the Rain, sit out on a mirror, listening to or sit out on a windowsill, listening to Let It Burn while it rains. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have those kind of moments, and then you get over that shit and you move on. You get yourself back up, you dust yourself off, and move on, man. You gotta get that dirt off your shoulder. This might be a Hove episode. I don't know. I don't even listen to Hove that much, but I'm feeling very Hovish right now. Hovish. But yeah, you just have to, man, you got to find that strength in you. Like, and it's hard. Trust me, it's hard. Because there's days that me personally, I just want to quit. Like, I just want to say, you know what, man? Forget this. Are you serious? Did he catch that? Wow, he caught it because y'all trash. But there's days that I just want to be like, man. Well, excuse me. There's not days I don't want to do the podcast. I always want to do the podcast. I love talking. So I always want to do the podcast. But there's days I want to quit my job. This morning, matter of fact, I ain't going to lie to y'all. This morning, I was laying in bed. I have to be to work at 4 a.m. in the morning. I was laying in bed at 3:45. Like, man, is this real life? Like, do I really have to get up and go to work? So I took my sweet time. Got up, took a shower, stopped by the stove, and showed up to work about 4:45, man. It's just some days you're going to have that, but you got to keep yourself pushing. You got to keep yourself motivated. And don't think that you got to be perfect all the time. Like, oh, I got to grind. I got to get out here, hustle. I got to do my thing. I got to do it all the time. I got to be 100% all the goddamn time. You don't have to be 100% all the time, my nigga or my lady. I watch Game of Thrones a lot. You don't have to be 100% all day, every day. You can't take days off, Life is a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's not a start, finish. You're going to go around the track a couple times. You're going to go through the same issues a couple times throughout your life. And once you start to realize that, you'll start to grow and you'll start to evolve and you'll start to realize, like, yeah, I was in this situation like 2 years ago. Like, god damn. So you just got to keep it pushing. You got to keep it moving. And you got to keep your sanity. If there's anything I would ever give y'all advice on, is keep your sanity. Because niggas will test that shit 100% of the time. Oh, okay, what we got? Give me this. Let me at least get it first. Thank you. They will test your sanity 100% of the time. They will try you. They will tell you ain't shit. They will tell you your mama ain't shit. And they will just try to break you because they're not where you are. They're not where you want to be. You want to be in a situation where you live in lavish, living lovely. And I don't mean popping bottles and, I forgot, I don't have a scrambling quarterback. And why are two of y'all just looking at me like, oh, I thought you would. Get y'all stuff together. But basically, you just don't want to be in a situation that you're going to regret for the rest of your life. You want to be in a situation that sets you up. And I don't mind. Well, excuse me. I respect somebody that can work in a position for 20 or 30 years. I respect that. I can't do the same shit every day. Like, I feel like blowing my fucking brains out when I go to work every day because I'm like, yo, I'm back in this bitch doing the same exact thing I did yesterday. And, ooh. Okay. Wow, I know he's pissed off. Man, yo, if I was this nigga, I'd be hot if I was this dude. I'd be real hot right now. But, it's just certain things that you got to do to maintain your sanity, maintain your levels, keep it balanced. If you feel like, yo, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. I want to be sit behind a desk. You know what I'm saying? Oh, did I miss this? Fuck. Wow, he caught a break. But there's certain things that you want to do with your life. There's certain things that you want to kind of move on with. And you might want to do that for the next 20 years. Who cares? As long as that's what you consider success, as long as that's what you're happy with, then do it. Don't let a nigga tell you it's wrong. Don't let a nigga tell you it's trash. It's not trash, sir. It's not trash. It's what I like to do. Whether you want to be an accountant, whether you want to be an artist, you want to be, Painting, you want to be the next Van Gogh, you want to cut your ear off, you know what I'm saying? Give it to your loved one, like whatever you want to do, man. Just make it work. All right? Don't don't let this life pass you by. We don't know if we get another one. We don't even know if we had a past one. Ain't no proof. So you got to make this life count, and the way you make it count is doing it for yourself. And I don't mean push, push, push. You know what I'm saying? Like back everybody off, and I gotta get mine, and I'm gonna fuck over the next nigga I see because he in my position. Like, no, I don't mean that. I mean go for yourself. Go for what you know. Go for what you like to do. But be kind to others while you do it. It's fun when the homies get on. It's always fun when you can build up with your friends, when you can grow with your friends, and everybody is a part of it. That's why Judah Man was on this podcast, because I wanted him to be a part of my success. I know this is gonna be successful. I'm not even doubting it, but I want to. I don't want to be successful alone. You know what they say? It's lonely at the top. You feel me? It's lonely at the top. So that's why I wanted somebody to come with me. But hey, if that's not in your path, if you feel like that's not your destiny, if you feel like that's not your job, your MO, that's not what I want to do, then don't do it. Plain and simple. And I'm gonna get over it. The next man gonna get over it. Your boss will get over it. If you want to quit the company, they'll get over it. They'll move on. They'll replace you. I'm not replacing you, the man, but all right, it's two of y'all. Oh, snap. Good job, bro. But all right, let's go ahead and move on. Personal accountability. Take responsibility for your own actions. You got to be responsible, man. You got to be responsible for your own actions. You got to think, and I said this before, but you got to figure out, I'm in a situation because of me, not because of what that person did, not because of what that person said. I'm in a situation because of what I did. Let's go ahead and get this touchdown. Oh, yeah, you got me. Call timeout. But you just got to take personal responsibility for what you're doing with your life. And one thing about me, which I think y'all already know, is I don't like talking in circles. I don't like saying the same shit over and over again. So we're going to go ahead and move it on. Wanting things for yourself, not for the benefits. Like, I want to get a lot of money. I want to do this. I want to do that. Come on, man. You got to be smarter than that. But you got to want things for yourself. You don't want to, I want to get this car because I'm trying to talk to this bad bitch. I'm trying to get in good with her. So let me get this car and that'll show her. And let me do all this shit so I could do just to get her. You put your life, really? I hate that new feature. That's annoying. But if you give somebody else power, or you give things power, it will always have power on you. Whether it's material, whether it's money, whether it's women, whether it's men. If you give your power and you say, this is what this is what will get me. This is what will get me to do anything I want. Then you will sacrifice yourself and you will do anything to. Wow, that was a sorry, man. You should try harder than that, my nigga. But yeah, you will literally try and do anything possible to get that goal. My goal, happiness. Like, that's cliche as fuck, but my goal is to be happy. Like, that's all I want. I just want to be happy with my life. Success is relative. I'll say that on every single podcast that I ever had. Success is relative. Success is only what you make of it, not what I make, not what the next man makes, not what your boss makes, girlfriend, boyfriend, whoever makes. It's what you make of it. If you think success is, I just want to sit around and play Madden all day. All right. Get yourself on gamersaloon.com and start playing for $5, $10. Hustle your way up so you can start playing $100 games and be good at it. I mean, there's plenty of options. There's plenty of ways for you to make money doing what you love. But you got to have that entrepreneurial spirit. You got to have that fight, that hunger inside that, I don't want to do this for the next 20 years, working for somebody. And if you want to work for somebody, if you want to do Madden, man, go apply for EA. I don't know where EA is located. I want to say San Francisco because it sounds like a place that they would be, but I could be wrong. So you might want to, you might want to make a move. You know what I'm saying? Man. All right, boy, it's all good. We tried. But you definitely want to make sure that you do whatever I just said that you do, because I lost my train of thought. You definitely want to make sure that you want for yourself. Don't want for anybody else. Don't want for anything else. Want for yourself. Because at the end of the day, self-preservation, man. And I'll probably say that to the day I die. Self-preservation. At the end of the day, you got to wake up to the nigga next to you. And you. I mean, not and you. You know what I mean. Pause. All right. So this is a big one. Like, to me, this is one of the main things that will have you being a failure. Wow, I run a lot of screens. I just noticed that. Letting emotions get in the way of opportunities. Sometimes somebody might slide you, somebody might get over on you, somebody might, just basically make you feel like, yo, man, fuck that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll make you feel that way. You got to realize you can't get emotional. If you're trying to build your own business, you're trying to be an entrepreneur, you're trying to do your own thing, you can't get emotional. Because once you get emotional, every time somebody doesn't do something that you like, it's going to be game over. You're going to be mad. You're going to be pissed off. If a vendor doesn't deliver something on time, because he said, oh, well, even if a vendor slips up and is like, oh, you're not as important as my other route or my other customer, you get pissed off and now you want to go try to find somebody else when he got the best thing in town. So you got to realize that, yo, I can't get emotional. Like there's a vendor that I don't want to say vendor. There's somebody that I'm working with now that's always fucking late. Like always. Like when I say always, I mean predominant amount of the time. They do some things right, but most for the most part they don't. But they still have quality. When they do deliver, it's quality. So I'm like, I gotta put my emotions aside because I know this is a bigger than just this vendor. What I'm trying to do is bigger than what I'm working with. So I have to make sure that I'm straight, that I'm cool, and that I checked my emotions at the door, as they say. We almost got there. Yeah, we got this. All right, Brady, you want to get another rushing touchdown, baby. All right, give me a second, fellas. Y'all know this is important, just like I do. Oh God, I'm glad he fucking knocked it off. I'm glad he knocked it away. Oh man. All right, but yeah, you just gotta always trust in your feelings, but don't get in your feelings. You feel me? Trust your gut, but don't get into your emotions. You feel me? Touchdown. Let's go. Like, one of the main things that most niggas get, you get big headed when you kind of got a little buzz and now you don't want to work with certain people because they're less than you or they're lower than you. You can't hide talent. Like you can't hide talent. I try to give everybody a chance. I try to listen to your mixtape. I try to. Oh wow, he's going. That's it. We good, baby. We back. But I feel like you can't hide talent, no matter how small or how big the person is. You can't deny the fact that they're solid, they're good, they're straight. So what you gotta make sure is you don't get too big headed to where, oh man, I don't even know, this nigga, man, he only got like 100 followers, man. Like I mean, his work look kind of good, but he ain't really doing that. Maybe he hasn't popped yet. Maybe you could be the one to pop him. Pause. Is that a pause? I don't know. Tweet me. Don't tweet me. Oh shit, I gotta figure out my social media thing too, because y'all know I'm not on social media, so we'll figure that out as we go along as well. But anyway, another thing, and I think it's one of the main things that and I say main, and I mean main things, is you ain't gonna please everybody, man. Social media has got life twisted. It's got life out of whack. It's got people thinking, oh, if I say something wrong, I gotta apologize because I offended this group, and if I offended this group, then they're gonna talk about me all on Twitter and all social. Who gives a fuck about social media? Who? You know what I'm saying? Who gives a fuck about social media, man? Don't be putting your feelings into the internet. And I sound like an old I sound like old nigga. You're on the internet. Don't be putting your feelings into that, because all those are empty calories. Those are empty follows, empty promises, empty. You know what I'm saying? Like some women get big headed because they got 50 comments saying, "Oh, you're so pretty, but they got their titties out." You know what I'm saying? And the niggas get gassed up because 50 of their homeboys or their homeboys said, oh, this is fire. This is that fire mixtape, man. When they know that shit's whack, but they just trying to support. And that's that fake love shit, bro. And my shit trash, tell me. Don't have me over here looking stupid telling me that you should have had that 24. Don't have me looking stupid telling me that, yo, man, this podcast is dope, man. This podcast is dope. And then you snickering with your friends telling you, that's just garbage, but I don't want him to lose that, that drive, that ambition. Like, no, nigga, if you think my shit's whack, tell me my shit's whack. So at least I know where you stand. At least I know, like, all right, now I got to go harder at it. Because if he says it's whack, let me see if I can change his mind. Then if you do change your mind, I genuinely know it's real. I know you ain't bullshitting me. And I know you ain't, wow, this thing is really doing the same play. What y'all doing, man? I'm over here talking, I'm politicking, I'm giving us the game, and y'all ain't following it right now. Y'all ain't paying attention right now. You feel me? So let's go. Let's go. Oh, that's a run. This nigga really don't like to dive, or slide. But anyway, you just gotta look, man. You really just gotta do for yourself at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? You gotta you gotta have that feeling for yourself, man. If you don't like my shit and then you post online 100, 200 comments, yo, you garbage, you podcast garbage, you fat, you overweight, you always sweating, lose weight, nigga, get in the gym. Bro, that's your opinion. Why do I give a fuck about a nigga I will never meet? Even if I do meet you, I swear to God, you will not say that shit to me. Oh, shit, Shine. Oh, man, yeah, listen to your podcast, man. You the shit, man. I like it. That's exactly what the fuck you gonna say, because that's that fake love bullshit that some of y'all be. And I was trying to watch my language. I've been trying to watch my language with the podcast because I read the comments and I know that I come off a little abrasive. So I've been trying to watch myself, but at the end of the day, man, why am I going to care about an opinion of somebody I will probably never meet in life, ever? I should only care about the people around me. Like, yo, what's my mom think? She don't listen to podcasts. It don't count. What's my aunt think? Nope, don't. Too old, don't care. Like, you should only think about the people that are relative to what you're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I open up a steakhouse, why do I care what my cousin thinks if he's a vegan? Like, yo, man, I don't really like, you know what I'm saying? You selling me. Like, nigga, I don't give a fuck. Like, no, fuck you, nigga. Like, I'm doing me. I'm not doing you. Do you. Open up your own vegan restaurant. So you can't care about the opinions. What's that thing? The wolf doesn't care about the opinions of a sheep? Or it might be the lion. I don't know. But one of them predator type animals do not care about the opinion of the prey. Because at the end of the day, you're a prey. Why am I going to care about you? If you ain't doing nothing with your life, why do I care what you think about my life? Like, you trash. So that's why you'll never hear a reply. You'll never hear me doing this. I'm not even into social media. Like, fuck that. If you don't see me in person, if we don't talk in person, we probably ain't talking. If you're a fan, if you're a guest I'm trying to book. Which, by the way, let's go ahead and switch up the subject a little bit. I am working on that. So y'all ain't gotta worry. There will be a guest on here sooner or later. But let me go ahead and get this touchdown real quick. Man, I know you're feeling real salty right now. Celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. But yeah, at the end of the day, you just gotta do for self, man. Yeah, worry about yourself. Worry about your girl. But don't put all your feelings into a girl. Put your feelings into your work. Put your feelings into your future. Because we don't know if that girl will be around. We don't know if that guy will be around. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead, man. Let's do through the game away, man. Let's go. All right, let me make this kick, and then I'll go ahead and hit y'all with some more knowledge. Give me a second. But yeah, one thing that you got to realize too is you also got to end those toxic relationships. Like, you have to end those relationships that ain't doing nothing for you. Where your boy or your girl, and I mean homeboy, homegirl, or whatever, they're always complaining. Never got anything positive to say, always depressed. When you got an issue with your boyfriend, they take it to the 10th level. You're like, oh, my boyfriend forgot to call me last night. I know he's out with the boys, and he acting like he don't care about me. And things like that. Then they'll be like, oh, you should lead a nigga. Oh, you should do this, you should do that, when they ain't got no man. So they don't even know what it takes to keep a relationship. You gotta remember, man. You gotta remember. Self-preservation. If you single and I'm single, then we hanging out. You know what I'm saying? But if you got a man, or if you got a girl and I'm single, then I kind of want you to go back to being single until I find somebody. Then you could find somebody again. You feel me? So you gotta realize some people ain't for you. Some people ain't gonna want to see you shine. Some of you ain't gonna want to see you grind. Oh, okay, good tackle. They ain't gonna want to see it because they're gonna be like, well, I'm not really doing it, so why can't we just go back to the old times where you just do you and hang out with me, and I just hang out with me and do you. Pause. Man, I don't know how that pause shit work, man. I've been trying to get better at it, but I don't know how it works. But yeah, you just gotta, man, let's go. Defense, stand up, man. He don't want it. He does not want it. He does not want it. So, I mean, you just gotta make sure that you're doing you, man. You gotta make sure that you always keep into your what? That nigga's wilding. You gotta make sure that you are doing what's best for you, man. and do what's best for your family. If you got children, then it's not all about you. It's not about self-preservation. It's about your children. It's about, what you're trying to leave to them, what you're trying to make sure that you can provide for them, what kind of gems you want to drop for them. And my controller was messing up. Otherwise, I would have had that. I think the nigga entered a cheat code, but I can't prove it. So once you have children, then you start thinking outside. Like, then you start thinking like, oh, okay, well, maybe I gotta, slow it down a little bit. Maybe I gotta. Wow. This is not going into overtime. This is not going into overtime. I'm not playing this game into fucking overtime. But basically, yeah, man. And that's what this episode is about. That's what Me Against the World is about. Because at the end of the day, when I can't depend on my mom, I can't depend on my brother, my cousin, sister, brother, daddy, or your wifey, like when you can't depend on nobody, you can depend on that person in the mirror, because that's the one that's going to get you through it. If I'm feeling down, nobody's going to cheer me up like I'm going to cheer myself up. You feel me? Nobody. Because I have that. I got to have that in me. I got to keep pushing myself. Nobody's going to push me like I can push myself. But you got to find that power within you to push yourself. Otherwise, you just a bump on the log. You might as well just quit life now. I'm not going to say that. Actually, I don't even read fucking Twitter comments and all that. If you feel like quitting life, man, don't. Just go ahead, man. Keep trying. Tomorrow's another day. There's always another step. Every little step I take, what I'm saying? There's always some more things around the corner for you to work on. You feel me? There's always the light at the end of the tunnel. It's always darkest before dawn. All that good stuff. Wow. Well, this game might be going in overtime because I just really messed up. God damn it. Can't believe I messed up. But yeah, man. That's just, Oh. Oh, man. All right. So we got, hey, fellas. Like, all jokes aside, we kind of got to make this work. You feel me? We got to make this work. All right. So let's see. Oh, wow. I know he is mad. Right now. Boy, I would be pissed. But yeah. So, like I said, at the end of the day, man, trust yourself. Like, when I got that tattoo, I was like, yo, man, at the end of the day, I'm the only person that. All right, cool. As long as you didn't fumble, bro, we good. At the end of the day, I'm the only person that's gonna ever care about me, because you hear those horror stories about people working at a job 10, 15 years, and y'all might even know people like that. They worked at a job their whole life, and then out of nowhere, it was just, oh, we don't need your services any longer. Why? Come on, man. Man, Brady, I thought you had that release. But basically you hear it. You hear those stories all the time. Like, yo, I just got laid off. The company just went under out of nowhere. Pension, 401k, everything gone. Wow. Yo, shout out to this nigga, but let him score. Give us up a chance. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and think you just did something, homie, because I literally wouldn't score, and I would have just ran out at like the 30, ran the ball, kicked the field goal, called it a game. But, sometimes you gotta adjust quickly. And you see, prime example, adjust. Adapt and adjust. Not things are not always gonna go your way. So you gotta adapt and adjust. You gotta have a plan for your plan for your plan. You feel me? So let's go ahead and finish this game out, man. Let's go ahead and do this. Man, just go ahead and return this, man. Go ahead and do it for the squad. Okay. He ain't getting nowhere. But yeah, I hope I'm dropping knowledge. I hope y'all are paying attention. I hope y'all are vibing. I hope y'all are like, you know what? Shine's right. And even if you're like, yo, Shine trash, you wrong. Just say one thing, man. That's all. Whenever I try to come in contact with somebody, I always try to take one thing from them. Oh, man, if you'd have broke that tackle, boy, that was a touchdown. I don't even know who's fast on this team, but one of y'all are going to make it happen today for me. I can tell. I think it's going to be UX. Is you with me or what? But yeah, whenever I meet somebody, I always just try to take one thing from them. You know, even if they're retarded, even if I'm like, yo, who is this person? Why am I talking to this person? I'm always trying to take one little bit of information because you never know. That could be information to change your life. And that is pretty much your ball game. So I lost, fellas, but it's all good. You know, we're gonna bounce back like the Hess truck. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna bounce back like the Hess truck. Let me go ahead and do what I've been doing this whole freaking game. Do me a little screen, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, you know, like I said, Judah Man is no longer a part of this podcast. So, hey, if y'all still support a nigga, let me know. You know, we appreciate y'all. And damn. And that's it. So, man, that pick really hurt us. Hey, Bill Belichick, back when he was like 20. But yeah, I mean, we reached the end of the episode. Like I said, I want to thank y'all for, you know, listening to it. If you listen to it all the way through, that means you fuck with your boy and not the other person that's no longer on the show. And I'm gonna keep saying that because at the end of the day, man, do not let your emotions get in the way of an opportunity. Please, if you don't do anything that I ever say in life, just do not let your emotions get in the way of an opportunity because you will regret that for the rest of your life. Think before you react. Think before you react because literally you will regret it. Trust me, you will regret. I mean, there's plenty of people in prison that will say the same thing. I wish I would have thought before I did this. I wish I would have thought before I did that because I didn't have to take it that far. I didn't have to do that. I could have figured out another way. So, hey, at the end of the day, it's just me against the world. So I want to thank y'all. I'm gonna holler at y'all next week. What is next week's episode? I forgot, but you know what? I need to actually. You know what? I'm gonna do y'all a favor because I'm actually gonna tell y'all what the next week episode is, and when my phone loads, we will figure this out. Next week's episode is about. Oh, I'm excited. Next week's episode is about minding your business. It's about figuring out if you are a hater or not. It's literally about why people feel like I gotta be a chatty patty. I gotta get involved with somebody else's business. When they don't want me, I gotta put my opinion when it's not wanted. You feel me? That's what the next week's episode about. And I just got real serious. So I apologize. Because niggas in my face damn near every day ask me questions like, Jock, where you stay? Feel me? But anyway, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for the support. And I will holler at y'all next week.